Payday loans have long been known to take advantage of the poor, typically offering $500 or less as a loan, promised to be paid back over an average period of 2 weeks. From the outside, this might seem as a quick relief to a late rent payment or an unexpected medical bill, but these loans come at extremely high interest rates. But how bad is this business really? What kind of interest rates and fees are these customers being charged? Well, in this video, we're going to investigate by first talking to some of the victims of these products.
When they actually took the vehicle and stuff, I called the police to see, if it had been stolen or anything, and the police told me, no, it was repossessed.
To driving to some of the businesses like this in my area.
So I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and in my area, there seems to be 19 physical locations for cash advance or payday loan type places, and most of them are concentrated in one area of the city. Now let's go check it out. So guys, we just made it to Milwaukee's north side, and as you guys can see driving around here, it's in a pretty rough state with 41% of the people here being in poverty, and one of the 4 houses you're seeing being completely abandoned. And when you check for payday loan spots close by, you guys can see they're literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all within like a 3-mile radius. Payday loan locations are usually found in the poorest areas of a city, and I mean, it only makes sense. You gotta stay as close as possible to your customer base. This Wisconsin Title and Loans location behind me has been exposed for illegal vehicle repossessions, overcharging customers, and all-around poor business practices. Now let's go inside and talk to these mother. Hello, how are you guys doing? So basically, we're just with Channel 69 News, and we were wondering, how do you feel about giving people loans for 200% interest on title loans?
How do I feel?
Yeah, do you ever feel bad giving someone a loan knowing they probably can't pay it back?
No, it's part of my job. We appreciate them when they come in because we understand that nobody would come in here if they weren't desperate for a loan.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like a 200% payoff if you pay it even a week later, and then after that, it's like 300% interest if you go to the end of the loan.
We do have a high interest rate, anywhere from 180, do not record, because you don't have the permission, and I don't have permission from a corporate, and I know they're going to complain.
This lady was honestly very reasonable, and before we take a look at the rest of this conversation, let's take a look at some of the other reactions we got.
Hello, how are you doing? Of course, we'll respect that.
Please don't go in my building.
Of course, yeah, no, we're heading in.
Excuse me?
Are you with the business?
Who are you?
Oh, we're with Channel 69 News.
I did not give you permission to record me.
Oh, but you work here? We were just wondering what you think about giving people loans at 200% interest rates.
Picture of your car, and I'll show you about that when I'm
Okay, that sounds good.
Your license plates.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't leave.
Didn't do anything wrong, lady. Did you get that on camera?
Yeah.
She's taking pictures of our license plates. Film her, bro. Hey, take some pictures. Did you get a good pic? We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't go into your building. Do all you want. We've gone to 2 of these businesses. One lady was honestly pretty chill. She was honest with us. She spoke. We haven't even gotten into the $2.6 million lawsuit that this company's involved in. I forgot to mention that the last time. So I'm Will with Channel 69 News. We were wondering if you'd be open to an interview. We can blur your face. You can't talk about it?
I can't, no.
Yeah.
Out of fear of repercussions, no one wanted to speak freely, so instead, I went to Craigslist posting an ad asking payday loan borrowers to tell their story. This will give you way more insight on how these types of loans work, because on top of the 200% plus interest rates, there are tons of hidden fees and major stipulations found in the fine print of these loan contracts. So guys, I'm about to hop on a call with someone who lost their car due to payday lending, and he's about to explain how a $750 loan turned into his biggest nightmare. Did you want to tell me a little bit about how this incident ended up happening to you?
Well, yeah, during the pandemic and stuff, I had a loan financed for $750. It would have turned out to be a total of $3,161 at the end of the payment period.
And how long was this period?
Over a 2-year period. But if you paid it right away, it still was double. And then the way that they set up the payment for you, they put you directly in business with NetSpend and other card companies, but it's like they impose another predator, in terms of fees.
NetSpend debit cards are marketed towards people who don't have traditional bank accounts, imposing a $1.95 fee per purchase, $2.95 per ATM withdrawal, a $3.95 fee if you want to put money on the card, and if you stop using it for 90 days, they charge you a $5.95 inactivity fee.
They issue you a bank account, so you automatically have a checking account.
It's because they want full control control to take out your money if they see something in there. According to a 2023 study, 4.5% of American households don't have traditional checking or savings accounts. And this can be due to a variety of reasons, being as simple as not knowing that opening a bank account is literally free with very little deposit requirements, to more complicated scenarios of running from debt collectors or having a history of unpaid overdraft fees. And for this demographic of people, payday lenders make a ton of money offering these alternative services.
And also with definitely like with the payday loan stores, if you have property, like in my case, they have things where they're able to accelerate taking property.
Was this experience where you lost your car, was that from the original $750 loan, or was this like a separate title loan after that?
No, it was from the same loan.
And for people like my man Sammy, I'd highly recommend checking out our sponsor Fizz.
I'm actually leaving right now to go visit this guy in person, but essentially instead of charging customers high fees, Fizz makes money from something known as interchange fees. And this is when they charge the retailer a small percentage on any transaction, like any MasterCard would, and then they pass some of those profits off to you through rewards. And it builds your credit by paying off the balance on the card every single day, and it links to your checking account, which Sammy told me he has. Most of the banks or companies out there try to keep you in debt, so what I really like about Fizz is they actually try to educate people. And on that note, guys, we made it to my friend Sammy's neighborhood. Good to see you. It's funny to meet in person. I drove past, I was like, that's my guy. I just sent my man some money to thank him for being part of the video, and you guys can also get $10 for free if you sign up for the sponsor Fizz at the top link down below. Would you say you'd ever get a payday loan again?
It's not likely, because it's just a matter of situation. Me personally, knowing what done happened and what could happen, I don't see it happening.
How many missed payments does it take before they would potentially like repossess your car?
Well, in my case, as it took, it was just one. So it depends on the people and the store.
Like I talked to some guy who on a $750 loan lost a $5,000 car just by like missing a couple of payments.
No, that really doesn't happen. You have to be pretty delinquent in order for us to even repo any vehicles. And we do work with people.
They immediately go toward action, and in some cases they tell you that they don't have to give you the option to cure.
When you come in to do the loan, we will tell you, you have up to a certain amount of time. And then if you don't make your payments, if we have no other choice than to repossess the vehicle, then corporate will put it out for repossession.
At this point, I was hearing some conflicting stories, so upon looking at Sammy's loan contract, sure enough, I found a statement in the loan saying an event of default includes a full payment more than 10 days late. And below it in the contract, it states that in this event, the loan company can essentially do whatever it wants within the bounds of the law to make good on that loan. And I guess in the state of Wisconsin, that includes to repossess or dispose of any collateral securing this loan, which in Sammy's case is his $5,000 car. If you ask me, I think that's way too quick, especially for someone paying 200% interest in a needy situation. And the sad truth is, some payday lenders are better than others.
Do I feel guilty? No, because I've told everybody what their options are. And even like you said, a $700 loan, he lost a $5,000 car. Maybe he didn't call when he was supposed to.
Regularly, they call you every day. Like if you, whether or not you're during a payment, there's been days where I've made the payment and I would still get a call from the company saying, hey, we're just checking on you. And I'm like, have you checked the books to see that you've received a payment already? It's the constant calling and the checking, and then if you tell them that, you're calling me a little too much, we're not during the pay periods and things, they get really offended by that.
There's actually supposed to be a law in Wisconsin. They're not supposed to call you before 8 a.m. in the morning or when you're at work.
Oh, well, that might not even exist in the book that they got. I don't think they hear that at all.
I have a good rapport with my clientele.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of my clients. This is another one. The gentleman who just left, he left happy with a loan.
Would you say that there's like some worse businesses around here?
Yes, I would say.
And which one would you say? Americash loans?
Yes, they charge 400% interest. I can't speak for here, but down the road, yes.
And although not all workers at these businesses feel guilty, my Craigslist ad led me to someone who quit the industry for this reason.
My heart just couldn't take it no more, man, because I had two major responsibilities. One of them was to get the employees trained in procedures, and the second one was to basically bill collect. So I spent a lot of time on the phone. Holiday season ramps up, people need money, need cash, they're willing to go through anything just about. Seeing some of these scenarios are pretty sad, man.
Like, what is like the the average interest rate on like a payday loan or something similar?
The minimal is going to be around 300, and I've seen it as high as 700. If I signed you a loan today for 300% APR and you agreed to it, you're paying back 300 to every 100 borrowed. Now, if your credit wasn't 750 or above, your interest rates are probably going to be more like 450%. Most of them were installments, and let's say you got paid every 2 weeks, we could bury you in debt within 6 months.
Why is the reason that they're even agreeing to this? Is it just because they need the money that bad?
65 to 70% of the people are getting the loan only to cover life expenses. I'll give you a prime example. If you're collecting a social security check and you're getting $1,000 a month for whatever reason, and we know that that's your only income, and then I hear it all the time, oh, well, we're gonna try to pay it next Tuesday. We're gonna try to pay it next Tuesday. Next Tuesday rolls around. They've committed to this date. Now they're stuck with more interest fees, more late fees. And it seems like it just never ends. It really does, man. Now they're stuck fending for themselves with the other $650 that they have left for the month.
Payday loans prey on people in bad situations, such as the elderly on fixed incomes. And for these people, once they get into a payday loan, it's a never-ending cycle of poverty between paying the loan back with interest and fees and continuing to pay for living expenses they had difficulty paying in the first place. So now comes the question, how is this industry even legal? Well, in recent years, there has been a pretty big crackdown on certain payday loan companies, and even in my own area, a company got sued for $2.75 million for essentially lying to customers, telling them that in order to get approved for a loan, they have to purchase additional services from the lender. Such as, for example, Wisconsin Title and Loans has an insurance-like service called Motor Club that helps to pay for things in the event your car gets into an accident or you get a flat tire. They offer $10 per flat tire, $50 towards towing service, and $100 towards legal fees. But they were lying to customers, telling them that they couldn't get approved for a loan without buying this $105 membership and factoring this into the already high interest rate loan. This eventually led to a class action lawsuit with dozens of victims and eventually a $2.75 million settlement. So are you going to try to take some legal action for what they did? Is that still in the process?
Definitely. You know, the way that I was dealt with was illegal. This isn't the first time that they've had legal action taken against them.
Sammy's situation took place after the original class action lawsuit, and since this event, the company has added a statement into their loan contract saying you are not required to purchase any additional services from us. But I wish him the best of luck on getting justice for what happened to him.
But other than the current steps of action, what more can we do to prevent payday loan companies from taking advantage of people? Well, today, I'm outside of another payday loan place, and I'm gonna offer $300 to the first person to leave and not get a loan. Wish me luck, guys. Hey, so I have a proposition. If anyone wants to leave and not get a loan, I'll give you $300 cash. First person to do it. You guys not down? It's better than like a 200% interest loan. Well, you know what? I'll give you guys $100 though. No, actually, just $300. There you go. Yeah, you guys have a good day. So guys, although they didn't want to take the $300 to leave, I gave them $100 and I really hope that helps them out.
Sadly though, payday loans are here to stay. In the state of Oregon, they tried making pretty hefty restrictions on the industry, capping the interest rate at 36%. And in the following years, businesses like these have left the state rapidly. And already not being able to get a loan from a bank or a credit union has left people in bad situations with even fewer options, sometimes going to possibly illegal options like using a loan shark. The truth is, the government can't do anything right. The answer is financial education, differentiating from a want versus a need through budgeting, and oftentimes learning how to make more money. Which, funny enough, I have an entire playlist linked right here on a bunch of different side hustles you can do for extra cash. Check that out if you're curious, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.